Thanks for watching this video. It's going to focus on how to handle prepaid inventory in QuickBooks Online Plus. Why Plus only? Because that's where the inventory feature is found. The goal of this workflow is what we're trying to do is so you don't have to book AP before you need to if you're receiving the items. And I'm going to be writing a check and entering a bill. So how do I make sure I don't duplicate the expense? That kind of stuff. Now I've already created a prepaid inventory account. I did it as cost of goods sold. You might do it as other asset. It's really up to you. But the first step is going to be to create a purchase order. So +sign vendors purchase order. Quick way to do it. I'm going to choose Business Supply Center. They're my vendor. And obviously I'm in the item details section. This is a non-posting transaction. I'm going to look at books for resale and I'm going to bring in 100. Right, so it's $23.25. That's the amount. I'm going to go ahead and click Save and Close. Oh, you can tag a class if you want. Why not? Next step, I'm going to pay the vendor, right? Without actually receiving it. I'm prepaying it. I haven't received the actual items yet. So I'm going to do a check. +sign vendors check. Choose the particular vendor. The drawer is going to kick out wanting you to add the PO. You just close that. And this time I'm going to do account details, right? I'm not receiving the items, so don't do item details, do account details. And I'm going to look for that prepaid inventory account. Again, I did COGS. You might chuckle and say, well, technically that should be another asset. That's fine. It's up to you. I don't really have a dog in that fight. And I might just put a description for me, to apply to bill later. Because again, the goal is not to double book the expense because I'm going to have a check and a bill, right, to the same vendor. And the amount is 2325, and I'll tag a class. And maybe a location. Now this is going to credit the checking account and debit the actual cost of goods sold or the other asset account. Go ahead and click Save and Close. Still haven't received any items, but I prepaid the vendor and I have an open PO. So now we want to receive the items by entering a bill against that open purchase order. So you go to Vendors and filter by how many open purchase orders you have. Business Supply Center, open purchase order. Now I can go ahead and create the bill. Other ways to do it, but this is pretty quick. And now we want to add the purchase order from the drawer onto the bill itself. This is going to credit AP and debit, right, in item details, the inventory asset, which is what we want it to do, receiving the items at this point. But we don't want to double book the expense. So the last step after saving and closing the bill is to reconcile the check with the bill. Go find the check either from transactions expenses or from the vendor record. I just did it, so I'm just going to go to check and click the little recent transaction icon in the upper left of pretty much all forms in QBO, which is nice. Grab that check and notice that add to check that we have a bill here. So we're just going to put the two together, right? So we're not double booking the expense. I click Add, I click Save and Close, and that's how you track and handle prepaid inventory in QuickBooks Online Plus. Hope that was helpful. Have a great day.